Imagine walking home at night. The streets are quiet. The air is still. And somewhere in the darkness, a man is watching, not for money, not for revenge, not even for anger, but for blood. Tonight, we're uncovering the story of one of the most horrifying serial killers you've probably never heard of. A man who confessed that the sound of blood dripping gave him pleasure. This is the story of Peter Kürten, the Vampire of Düsseldorf, and trust me, it only gets worse from here. Before we begin, if you're into disturbing true crime stories that dive deep into the psychology of evil, make sure to subscribe, because this case is one of the most chilling in criminal history. Peter Kürten wasn't just a killer, he was something far more disturbing. He didn't just murder, he experimented. And what he admitted in court still shocks criminologists today. Peter Kürten was born in 1883 in Germany. His childhood? Brutal. His father was an abusive alcoholic who beat the family relentlessly. Violence wasn't rare in the Kürten household, it was routine. But here's where things take a dark turn. At just 9 years old, Peter claimed he attempted to drown 2 boys. At 13, he allegedly stabbed a friend, watching with fascination as the blood pooled. This wasn't impulsive violence. Even as a child, he described feeling a strange excitement, a thrill, from the suffering of others. Psychologists today believe Kürten exhibited early signs of sexual sadism, linking violence with pleasure at a terrifyingly young age. And as he grew older, that connection only deepened. In 1913, Peter Kürten committed his first confirmed murder. A young girl, he lured her into the woods, and what followed wasn't just murder, it was something far more grotesque. He stabbed her repeatedly and later admitted that he tried to drink her blood. Yes, you heard that correctly. This was long before the press would give him his infamous nickname, the Vampire of Düsseldorf. But this killing was only the beginning. After serving time for other crimes, Kürten was released in the 1920s, and that's when the real nightmare began. Between 1929 and 1930, the city of Dusseldorf was paralyzed by fear. Random attacks. Men, women, children, no one was safe. Victims were stabbed with scissors, strangled, bludgeoned with hammers. Sometimes he didn't even kill them, he just wanted to watch them suffer. He set buildings on fire just to watch the chaos unfold. He attacked couples in parks. He assaulted children on their way home. The randomness made it worse. There was no pattern, no clear motive, no safe neighborhood. The press exploded with headlines. Citizens formed vigilante patrols. Police were overwhelmed. And all the while, Peter Kürten blended in. He was married, soft-spoken, polite, the perfect mask. But inside, he later confessed, he felt overwhelming sexual gratification from the sight, and even the imagined sound of blood flowing.
One of his most chilling statements?
He said sometimes after stabbing a victim, he would lean close just to hear the blood dripping. Eventually, Kürten couldn't resist the attention. Like many serial killers, he wanted recognition. He began sending anonymous letters to newspapers, describing details only the killer would know. But arrogance is often what brings killers down. In 1930, after attacking a woman who survived, she gave police a description. Not long after, Kürten made a shocking decision. He confessed, not to police, but to his wife. And in an almost unbelievable twist, his wife turned him in. On May 24, 1930, Peter Kürten was arrested. But what happened during his interrogation would cement his place in criminal history. Kürten didn't deny it. He didn't minimize it. He didn't blame others. He calmly confessed to 9 murders and dozens of assaults, and he described them in graphic detail. Psychiatrists examined him extensively. Was he insane? Surprisingly, doctors concluded he was legally sane. He knew right from wrong, he simply didn't care. In court, he appeared composed, emotionless.
Violence aroused me.
It wasn't rage, it was desire. He was sentenced to death by guillotine in 1931. But his final words are what still haunt people today. Just before his execution, he reportedly asked,
"Will I be able to hear the sound of my own blood after my head is cut off?"
Even at the very end, he was thinking about blood. Peter Kürten's crimes left an entire city traumatized. Peter Kürten's crimes left an entire city traumatized. His case influenced criminal psychology studies for decades. And yet, outside of true crime circles, his name is rarely mentioned. Maybe because his story is too disturbing, too raw, too uncomfortable. He wasn't driven by money. He wasn't driven by revenge. He was driven by something far darker. And that's what makes him one of the most terrifying serial killers you've never heard of. If this story shocked you, let me know in the comments, and tell me which case we should cover next, because sometimes the most frightening monsters are the ones hiding in plain sight. Subscribe for more disturbing true crime documentaries every week. Like this video if you want more cases from forgotten killers in history. Imagine walking home at night,